Alexandra and welcome back to my channel. I'm currently doing 30 videos in 30 days to celebrate the fact that I'm turning 30, and today's video is why I hate or love a popular book. I used to read what was popular and what people were talking about, and then I realized that most of the time I don't like those books, which is kind of sad, but sometimes I do love them, but most of the time I'm like, the writing is so bad, why did I waste so much time reading this book and not enjoy it? So, that was too dark. Let's start with a book I hate. I don't hate it, but Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This is very, very popular, and I've had so much trouble finishing this book. So it is a fantasy where you're following, I'm gonna mispronounce the names and I don't care, Cyrus and... what's the name of the guy? I don't know, the guy, following a guy. And I didn't care. The writing was not that good. And it was I think it's supposed to be a romantasy, but badly written. And yeah, she came out with a new book. Not gonna do that to myself. This was $17 that I spent not enjoying a book. But it's okay. It's part of life and it's part of the reading journey. And yeah, I have nothing else to say that I did not enjoy this. I'm not gonna be reading another book by her, and that's all. But then, I have read romantasy that I enjoyed. This is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I've read all the books in that series, and honestly, it's very good. In this, you're following Fairy and Tamlin, and yeah. It's not my favorite one by her, but I thought I would just gonna, start with the first book. The last book is amazing. And this, first time I was reading Sarah J. Maas, really enjoyed myself. I read this as an ebook from the library first, and then I bought the physical copy, and unfortunately I couldn't find this edition anymore for the rest, so that's the only one I have. It's pretty, and inside, at the beginning of the chapters, you have little trees. Anyways, I enjoyed this. Also, I've tried to read Crescent City and A Throne of Glass. Couldn't, so it was just this one. Then, let's move to some things I would not be reading. Colleen Hoover. No, I don't think I've finished one book by her. I tried one book, I think. The writing was so bad. Yeah, also it feels like domestic violence. Anyways, that's for another time, okay? A book I enjoyed, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I feel like this is very popular for the good reasons. And this you following A Handmaid, anyways, and this republic that was supposed to be anyways. I feel like everybody knows that. If you haven't read this, read it. I feel like it's very important to realize what's happening in the world today. Women needs to stand up and fight for our rights. Very important. So yeah, this one, very good. Then something else I will never read is anything by Frida McFadden. From what I've seen, the writing is so bad that even people that do not really care about the writing do not enjoy her books because the writing is that bad. And I'm someone who will not enjoy a book if it's very badly written. I understand that in romance or these type of books, of course the writing is not gonna be Nobel Prize standards, which is fine. Not all the books need to be perfectly written and with beautiful prose and all of that, but if the writing is that bad that I cannot enjoy the book, that's a problem. So I will never read anything by Frida McFadden. And then last but not least, I have 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. To be fair, I read this in high school, I think. Anyways, around the time the movies came out, a bit before the movies came out, but I really enjoyed myself. Okay, it was the beginning of my dark romance love, I guess. And this is following Anastasia and Christian, and you know, I feel like everybody knows about this. But yeah, I do feel like the movies are very good, but the books are better for sure. The third book was my favorite one. I was very disappointed by the movie. Feel like the first movie is the best, but in the books, the last book is the best. So yeah, do not go into this expecting amazing dark romance. It was not that good, but it became very popular, so that's why it became movies. I feel like there are dark romances that are better, but if you're starting dark romance, that could be a good way to start because it's not that heavy. There are dark romance that are heavier than this for sure, but before you go into this, look for triggers, obviously, because there are some things in this that are like, anyways. But yeah, that was some of the books, the very popular books I love or hate, and yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you want to follow along during this month as I do all these videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!